Hi, my name is Keith and I'm known as the Florida Stone Man, and today I'm going to be talking to you about crystals and how they'll help you for spiritual wars coming up. Just some random crystals. I think it's important to talk about random crystals every now and then because there's so many crystals in the world that you guys can't possibly learn all of them. You kind of can, but it'll take a very long time for you to get good at all of them. So we're going to be starting with some crystals, and if you guys have noticed, I have not replaced this because it's so beautiful. So some people are like, Stone Man, I've noticed a stone is cracked straight in half around your neck. Well, I keep it to show you guys, well, how natural the gemstones are, why they should be in round shapes, and that they all have different hardnesses. Also, this is lepidolite, so this is like a mirror as well, so it acts like a mirror. So if you guys can see, it's like an actual mirror. So it is on the other side too. So the hardness is very light of lepidolite. It's actually one of the most fragile gemstones, and there's different kinds of lepidolites. So there are lepidolites, and I'm going to show my belt off in this video too. I pulled it up so I can show you guys. So basically, and yes, I'm going to show off the belt. I don't keep the belt up here because it's not an MMA, but it's not one of those WWE belts. Don't give me ideas. But in this video, let's talk about lepidolite now. Lepidolite is a stone of the mind. It's a stone that will keep you peaceful all the time. So lepidolite is a crystal that's very good for soothing and calming and nurturing. It'll take that frown and it'll turn it upside down and right side up, and it'll split it down the middle, just like it's split in half. It'll like neutralize you out, just like how, because if you're wondering why it's a clean cut like that, it's because it has these natural inclusions. So the stone always naturally had a crack in it. So I believe when I was rough with it, it just kind of like, because my hands, like, I can stick my hands through glass. I've actually done that and it's really hurt, and I've almost messed up some parts of my hand before. But in essence, you have to know that lepidolite calms you down. You're in a state of extreme abundance when you're calm. You feel good, you feel happy, the money comes in, the prosperity comes in, the love comes in, the, what else do you guys like, protections come in, the luck comes in, new opportunities, those job applications, or let's just say the yes approvals to the things that that are meant for you. What else? Good news comes in for you guys. So all these different things you guys want, and well, I don't use the word want, get rid of that word, desire or like to have in your life, are in your life. So lepidolite helps you stay calm, and it helps you be replenished and just nice and tranquil, because sometimes, I mean, not sometimes, when you guys worry, you push stuff away from you. Like you take a blessing and you just send it away, just pull that blessing away from you, and then you get like zapped and you're like, my facial expressions, because I'm not going to use anyone as examples anymore, or not as much. Like, so I'll use examples here and there, I can't say that, but I'll try not to. But for example, for some of the people who watch my videos and they go to the gym and they're like, you're talking about an energy vampire, I know what you're talking about, it's Timmy or Thomas. I'm like and I'll just be like, and then for example, if Timmy or Thomas watches the video, which those are not real names, well, one of them is, then they'll be like, you talked about me in a video. I'm like, yes, I did. I talk about, well, I use you as an example. So, because I'll tell these people, I'll be like, I'll say it up to their face. I'll just be like, you're an energy vampire. And they'll just be like, well, I'm not talking to you anymore. Which I'm like, that's fine. At least you won't suck my energy. But some people, I'll just say, like, you're low on energy. Like, you are low. I don't say it like that. I'll just be like, unless they're kind of aggressive, I'll just be like, you should work with black tourmaline because it'll get your energy up and it'll have you not taking other people's energy, which is a whole different topic. So let's talk about black tourmaline for a second. It's the most necessary crystal for November and the end of October. Yay, that crystal is so powerful at keeping away things. It might as well be a all solution gemstone. So like, I'll say, okay, black tourmaline. Because November is the month of the energy vampire, specifically 2024. This is when people, and I'm going to warn people over and over, get ready, because you guys won't even see it coming. I mean, you might see it, but I'm making you guys more aware so you guys catch what's going on. So get yourself ready. Get yourself ready. Arm yourself up spiritually with tourmaline for November, because that's the most powerful gemstone for keeping away energy vampirism. It'll have you being calm again, because if you're not calm, if you're mad, angry, or scared, you're out of abundance. Like, you're just out of the state of abundance. Like, it's not there. If you have it coming to you, it's because it's on back order, but then your future orders of it are not gonna show up. So, not what I suggest. Not what I suggest. So work with tourmaline. I have it all going down my back and spine, so I'll find other places for it too. Maybe a tail of tourmaline. I remember having a tail once, and someone's like, "That's ridiculous." So I'm like, you know what? At this point, if it's more protection, it's more protection. So you get the world's best black tourmaline from FloridaStoneman.com. It's the most life-changing gemstone ever. I put it in my custom necklaces, which a lot of you guys have custom necklaces from me, and I work with you guys one-on-one for your entire lives when you get a custom necklace. So you can DM Florida Stoneman on Instagram for a custom necklace. One thing that's really cool too, black tourmaline is very powerful at making sure other crystals work more efficiently. So let's jump to rose quartz real quick. So let's just say you have amethyst for, let's stay on rose quartz. I'm not going to complicate this example, but let's just say you have amethyst for amethyst. You guys know what crystal I'm going to talk about next now. So let's just say you have rose quartz. This is rose quartz, if you guys didn't know. This is pink beryl, aquamarine beryl. This is aquamarine, basically blue aquamarine, pink aquamarine, green aquamarine, red aquamarine, reddish. It's one of the world's rarest crystals, but it's developing bixibite in the ground. I'm not pointing the camera down anymore. This is YouTube. This is an X. Okay, so and yeah, I understand why. I get why some of you ask the questions. Are you guys on here now? You guys need onyx and garnet for that. If you guys get the reference, but and burning the spirit of Jezebel root as well, and that's it. I mean, not you guys particularly. Like, it's just some certain people from the live ask certain questions. So I'm like, okay, so let's go to rose quartz is good for love. So back to my point, rose quartz will bring love into your life because it heals you, but if it's trying to protect you at the same time, it won't do that. It just won't. It'll do that later on. That's why you won't see a rose quartz work immediately. But what happens if you use rose quartz and use black tourmaline? Black rose quartz. Black tourmaline plus rose quartz. You gotta start naming these combinations. Black rose quartz. So basically the black and yes, my angel's laughing in the background for the angels find certain things funny, so. But when it comes to the rose quartz is super good for calming you down and soothing you. That's actually why rose quartz attracts love versus carnelian heats up love and makes it comes basically attracted towards you. Because you guys have been asking about love recently, because a lot of you are feeling kind of lonely due to the energies of what's going on. So those two crystals together, you won't even feel lonely. You'll just be like, oh, I feel good by myself, and people will try to invade your space. So that's exactly how it goes. So rose quartz with that's the best love combination, by the way. Rose quartz and tourmaline, it's the best self-love combination. Helps you calm down, helps you feel nice and smooth and soft, and basically it'll cool your soul down. So let's go to amethyst, which amethyst is like right up here. So what's the difference between the really dark amethyst on the website, FloridaStoneman.com, versus the really lighter amethyst? Not too major. The darker one's more for grounding, the lighter one's more for the higher mind. So what you do is your aura will tell you about, okay, I feel like I like this color more, so I'm gonna get this color. Bingo! Yay! So amethyst calms the mind. It's literally a mental shield. People can't read you with amethyst. They really can't. They can try to read you, but it's like trying to find it's like going on a cruise, losing your wedding ring in a cruise and then looking for it in the ocean. Have fun looking at the bottom of the ocean for that wedding ring. But that's the same thing when someone tries to read you. It's like they gotta find 1 grain of sand that's in a whole beach of sand. Good luck. So that's exactly how it is when someone tries to read you with amethyst. So, and these readers, like, You'll be scrolling through your phone and you'll accidentally pop on a TikTok live with a reader, and they're trying to like read you as best they can just because their demons want energy. So essentially Amethyst just blocks them. They'll be pulling. I remember people from my past, they try to find out where I went, because if I find out that certain people are doing bad things, then I'll take off. They'll be pulling cards, and they'll be like, oh, he's clubbing. Oh, sure I am. Sure. Clubbing with my angels at the beach. Like, okay. Nice assessment. Or, oh, there are some crazy things that'll pop. There are some wild things that'll pop up. You'll get a whole different person's identity when someone tries to read you with amethyst on. But let's hop to another crystal. Can you tell what that crystal is? It's Charoite. Charoite's getting more and more rare. It's getting super rare, but it should be rare. It comes from Russia, and most Charoite is fake. I have real Charoite. It's not on FloridaStoneman.com yet. It's a little too rare to make available to the general public. So if you like Charoite, it should be expensive. It's very high end. Most Charoite's fake, but that crystal is the crystal of empaths. If you're an empath, that crystal is something you should have. It literally takes you down a notch. It calms you down. So if you see cheap Charoite, it's fake. It's fake. It's just fake. Just like cheap Sugilite, that's you got dyed clay. Or sometimes they'll be like, oh, it is a real stone though, and they'll take like quartz and dye it purple, or like, it's technically real quartz, but it's not Charoite. But it's a real stone though. It's a real stone. I pay $5 for it at Five Below, and it works. No, it doesn't. It's not Charoite. I mean, that's not. I mean, people are like, I get crystals at the dollar store. Who are you fooling? Okay. So for the people who actually want to step into blessings and abundance, you wear Florida Stoneman gemstones from FloridaStoneman.com that are not Five Below. So you get what you pay for. So when it comes to Charoite should be expensive. It literally calms you down. So there's an aspect about being spiritually gifted where sometimes it's too much. That's why some people are like, oh, people will ask God to take their gifts from them, and he does. He's like, okay, you think I would? Ask and it shall be given. And people get their gifts like just fully taken, and then they cry about it and they can't get it back, and then they have to work for it from the start to get their gifts back. But Charoite basically takes gifts that are too much, and it passes them through a filter. You see the little weaves on the stone? It basically passes them through a filter. It makes the filter it passes it through the filter, and essentially it makes it so you can enjoy gifts that are normally unenjoyable. Like when you see too much of the future, you'll see just enough. You won't see too much, but you'll see too much, but it won't overwhelm you, and it will come in phases versus all at once. And you're like, I can't really say too much about it, but I've seen the end of days more than once in several different parts of the world. It's all the same thing, just in different parts. If I were to see that all at once, I'd just wake up and be like, you know what? What's the point? And like when you see how soon it is, it's just like, okay, I'm going back to sleep now. Well, I'm kidding, but I'm kidding and I'm not kidding at the same time. So, let's go to another crystal. We have to talk about this one. This is Rhodonite. Rhodonite is very, very necessary to talk about, because a lot of you guys are feeling hurt around this time, especially towards the end of November. A lot of you are feeling hurt, and people just want energy. People are just flat out energy vampires. So you'll see a lot of love vampires around November. Specifically, you'll see them dried up. You'll see them you'll see them hungry. You'll see people acting out for attention, and they'll get clever. They're like, oh, they'll pull some lines on you that you've never heard. So your exes everything will be popping back from the past. So the people who hurt you, to prevent them from utilizing wounds, because sometimes you just take your finger and you stick it in the wound and it's kind of open, you just reopen it. So this seals the wound. It seals the wound. It grounds the wound and it seals it. That's about it for Rhodonite. What about flower agate? Flower agate makes you feel, I'm gonna talk about flower agate right now. It makes you feel pretty, especially for men who don't work on the divine masculine. I mean, don't work on their divine feminine, divine masculine balances. That's a must. That's a necessary. you see these angels, they're basically depicted as both male and female. So Gabriel, and you see Gabriel and Raphael and Michael's statues as women in different cultures because they have exactly the divine feminine and the divine masculine, so it must be an equal balance to keep away evil. So cherry agate, or flower agate, whatever you want to call it, helps you feel flowery, because a plant without flowers can't reproduce. Not every plant, but can't reproduce like that. They can't reproduce like that. So that's essentially it. That's all I'm teaching for this video. If you have any questions, ask them in the comment section. Check out FloridaStoneman.com if you haven't already. The website's looking nice. And also, guys, I am making custom necklaces, hand-tailored, hand-woven, beautiful, one-of-a-kind. You can't get these necklaces anywhere else, especially for how strong they are, too. Even look at this stone. I'm very rough with this, and this is one of the world's most fragile gemstones, and it still didn't come off. Thank you, Lord. It took me a very long time to learn how to make a strong necklace, and anyone who I try to teach is unable to replicate it, especially because I almost lost my eye making my own technique. So good luck to anyone who tries to copy that, because it won't work, and that's not blessed. And the Lord stopped me from losing my eye, from learning some serious energy weaving, gemstone making techniques. So get your necklaces from FloridaStoneman.com. They're very strong and they're very special. Any questions, ask them in the comment section. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Ciao!